Welcome back, Warriors. Welcome to another Warriors Walk video in this new series that we're doing. I hope that you had time to go and listen to the second video that we've done in this series called Adam and Eve. I forgot the actual title. I think I called it Adam and Eve. I hope you've had time to go back and look at that video and also read it. I also hope that you've have also read the story for yourself, and even started reading the Bible in Genesis from the beginning. With that being said, we had a comment, we had some feedback on the video that I did on IG. The video was seen on YouTube. Matter of fact, before I get into it, right, IG denied my video twice. Denied it like twice. I tried to upload it multiple different ways and it did not allow it. So then I had to take it from TikTok and upload it. The problem with that is that IG and TikTok, they don't like to integrate. So if you're putting a video out there that's coming from TikTok with the TikTok, I guess not the stamp, but the, your tag, your name or whatever, it will not put it in the algorithm to be seen or to be seen basically. So with that, I don't know why this is the first time, and it's probably because I was talking about the Bible, which is crazy. But I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. So we're just gonna figure out a way to do it without any. We're just gonna figure out a way to do it. I looked up, was the video too long? It wasn't too long because you can upload up to an hour. That video was 15 minutes long. So I don't know. It's very, very interesting that video wasn't allowed to upload, but all the other filth that I see is green lighted, right? It's weird. But anyway. Today we talking about the feedback that I got from the video. So one of the comments were that I should look at it from a different stance. I should look at this, not that as look at it from a stance of maybe Adam was just saying, the woman did it. The woman did this. She also said that she agreed with what I was saying, but, to look at it from a different perspective. And I totally agree, because looking at it from different perspectives, there's so many other ways you can view this. There's so many other examples, right? Other things that you can speak to. I can look at it from the fact of the lack of accountability and responsibility, right? I can look at it from the fact that Adam didn't protect his wife. And I say that because Adam was with Eve when the serpent approached her. He approached them both, but he was talking to Eve. I'm gonna let you chew on that. I'm gonna read the verse. So we're in chapter 3, verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her. He was there. He was right there. He wasn't, in another part of the garden. He was right there. He saw all of this unfold. He heard the serpent. He didn't rebuke the serpent. He didn't say shut up. He said nothing. So I can look at it from that point. I can look at it from the point of, he was just saying, hey, she did it. She gave it to me. I ate it. And when when she highlighted that, I thought about that. I was like, Yeah, that's valid. He could have just been saying she ate it. So let's put away the accountability and responsibility part, and let's just focus on he was just telling what happened, right? The factual point of what happened. Well, before, I don't want to get too far into these other stories because I want to cover them when I get to them. But when I think about that, I think about Moses and how God commanded Moses to speak to the rock when the children of Israel were in the wilderness. He told him to speak to the rock, and it shall flow rivers of water. It should open up, water should flow out of this rock, right? But Moses got mad at the children of Israel with all their wickedness, and he struck the rock. He struck the rock. And that's not what God told him to do. God gave him a strict guideline, a rules, command to do this, and he did otherwise. And because Moses chose to act out in anger, because Moses chose to act out in anger, there was repercussions for his actions. God told Moses, because you did this, you will not go into the promised land. Now, if you know the story, if you've heard the story about Moses, you know that Moses was favored by God. Moses was very close to God. Moses didn't get he saw the glory of God, and it was on his face. But because he did that, he wasn't allowed to go into the promised land. Just because he did that thing there, he allowed anger. He allowed the nonsense of what the children of Israel was doing to distract him from what he was commanded to do, and he allowed anger to blind him, and he hit the rock. He hit the rock, and it cost him. It cost him. So if we look at this, God created Adam and told him how to handle his land, how to handle the garden. And he told him to stay away from that tree. He was commanded not to touch that tree. Adam, standing there, listening to the serpent with his woman, elected or chose to disobey God. He knew, but he chose to disobey God. He knew, and he chose to disobey God. And then said, the woman. Yeah, he was being factual. The woman did do it. The woman gave it to him. The woman set it all up. It happened. The woman did it. But God told him. He knew God's commandment. He knew what God said. He had a relationship with God. God talked directly to Adam and told him. And he went against it. He dropped the ball. He lowered the standard. He failed to meet God's expectations. So began the downfall of mankind. And there's so many ways, and that's why I love. I've never been a person that liked or enjoyed reading very much, unless it's things that that I can relate to, training manuals, and even though sometimes it's iffy. But when I was younger, I used to like mystery books sometimes. Little House on the Prairie, little stuff like that. I enjoyed it to a point. And when I finally started to read the Bible, I wasn't really, again, a big fan of reading. But when I read the Bible, my mind is, first I prayed that God will give me the wisdom to understand what is being said in this word. And then as that is happening, and I'm reading, so many things are just being opened up. Because there's so many stories within stories, or there's so many points within the points that are being made that can be applied to life here today. Many of you know, you go to work, or you've been in school, and your parents have told you something, and then you go to school and other kids are doing such and such, and then all of a sudden you get in trouble, right? Because you decided to partake in that. You know better because you've been told. You know better because you've been told. You can say, yeah, they did it, but you know better. You know better. And that's what we're looking at with Adam. We can look at it from the point of, was he just, being honest? Was he just stating something that was, fact? Something that was true? Yeah. Can we look at it as that it was a lack of accountability and responsibility? Yes. Everything we do, bottom line, everything we do there's going to be a cause and effect. I used to say every action has a reaction. Every action has a reaction. So whether you're just highlighting the fact that, someone else did it, but you were told otherwise, you're in the wrong. And you're going to be punished for it. You're going to be punished for it. Because now you got to be held accountable. You're going to be held responsible, right? So it all still falls in line with each other. Whether we want to look at it from that point or we want to look at it from that point. But I definitely implore you to go and read the story and just read it to try to gain an understanding of what is being said. And as you read further into things, you'll see the connecting dots of certain things. As I was thinking about it, getting ready to do this video, we got like 3 minutes. I want to try to keep these videos between 15 minutes. But as I was thinking about this again, we hear about family curses and chains being tied together on families, right? And they usually start from the beginning. They usually start with the parents. The parents, they go out and do whatever. Chains are being created. Those chains are now passed on to those kids. Those curses are now passed on to those kids. Those kids have to break that, or they have to break it or extend those chains. They'll extend those curses. Here, in this, I'm not sure if you're very familiar with the Cain and Abel story, where Cain and Abel were in the fields and, they were supposed to be offering up sacrifices, and Cain wasn't offering the best and the first of his sacrifices, right? He wasn't offering the best. But Abel was, and God found favor in Abel. Without going too much into the story, Cain ended up killing Abel, right? And God was like, where's your brother? God asked him, where is your brother? He said, am I my brother's keeper? Now, to me, that's lacking accountability and responsibility. You should know. Y'all work in the fields together. And it came back to me about Adam and Eve. God asked Adam, what's going on here? And he said, the woman did it. The woman did it. Those chains, those curses of no accountability for what they have done. Not taking responsibility for the things that they have done. That's being passed down through the generations. And as you read further and further into Genesis, you can see it. When we get to Jacob, when we get to Isaac, you'll see the different things. It's just so much, and we're gonna talk about it. But I just wanted to just take that perspective that was shared with me and play it out for you guys. All right. So with that being said, guys, I hope that was insightful. I hope that you got something from it. I hope it made sense. Again, I encourage you to go and start reading the Bible so you can understand it for yourself. What is being said, what is happening, so that you can know who God is, so you can have that relationship with him, so you can start seeking the kingdom of God. All right. Again, if you have any other questions or any other feedbacks, leave them. You can leave them in the comment section on the YouTube, TikTok, wherever you see these videos. Leave them there. You can send me a message, and we can have a conversation about it. And if it's good, if it's a good conversation, or if it's a good question, I'm probably gonna do a response to it in video, and and just make this series last. It's not like I'm going to do like 50 episodes or whatever the case may be. I want to cover the Bible and what I've have gotten from it. So, warriors, have a great day. Be blessed. Warrior out.